are probably struggling with sleep, and it's one of the most frustrating feeling. You are exhausted, you are lying on your bed, but for some reasons your mind just won't shut off. Hi, I'm Dr. Vikas Sangotra, and with over 15 years of experience in Ayurveda, I have seen just how common sleep problems are. But don't worry, we are going to figure this out together. So let's dive into some reasons why you might be struggling, and I will share both modern perspective and ancient wisdom that could help you to get the rest you need. So stick with me, you will find this really helpful. So before we move further, let's try to have modern perspective. Why can't you sleep? So let's start with what modern science tells us about why we struggle to sleep. Your sleep cycle is controlled by your brain and certain hormones, and there are few common reasons why you might be having trouble in sleeping. So number one is stress and anxiety. Ever noticed how when you are stressed out, you just can't seem to shut your mind off? That's because your body is producing more cortisol, which is a stress hormone that keeps you alert. It's almost like your body is saying, there is a problem, stay awake. The thing is, when cortisol levels are high, it's really hard to relax and fall asleep. So if your mind is racing at night, stress might be the culprit. Number two is melatonin imbalance. You have probably heard of melatonin. It's the hormone that helps you fall asleep, but things like screen time right before the bed can really mess with your body's melatonin production. All that blue light from your phone or tablet tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. So your body delays producing melatonin. That's why you find yourself starting at ceiling wide awake. Number three is stimulants. And let's not forget about the things like caffeine. Even if you are just having tea or you are taking a piece of chocolate, the caffeine can stay in your system for hours and make it tough to wind up. And while alcohol might make you feel sleepy, it can actually mess up your sleep later in the night. Number four is irregular sleep patterns. If you go to bed at different times every night, your internal clock, also known as your circadian rhythm, gets confused. It doesn't know when it's time to wind down, so your body ends up struggling to relax and fall asleep. So this is how we got to know about a modern perspective, why we are not able to sleep, some common reasons. So here comes the picture, what Ayurveda thinks about it. What is Ayurveda's perspective on sleep? Why can't you sleep? We will have an Ayurvedic perspective over it. So let's look at this from the Ayurvedic angle. In Ayurveda, sleep is known as nidra. It's not just about getting rest. In Ayurveda, it's actually seen as a key part of keeping your whole system in balance. Sleep is governed by two chief energies. One is kapha and the second is tamas. So when kapha is in balance, it brings calmness and stability, while tamas helps to slow down your mind and the body, allowing you to drift into sleep, which is more balanced is kapha, more balanced state is a tamas, more better you have a deep restful sleep. But what happens when things are out of balance? Most sleeplessness in Ayurveda is linked to two main culprits. One is a Vata dosha and the Pitta dosha. So Vata imbalance. Vata is associated with the movement energy. When it's out of balance, it brings restlessness, anxiety, and overactive mind. So for sleeping, you need to slow down your thoughts. You need to just rest and fall into sleep. But when there is a too much movement, the movement is the movement energy of a Vata dosha. So when there is a too much Vata dosha imbalance, there is a too much movement, so your mind doesn't go to rest. So that's what happened. You know that feeling when your thoughts are racing at night and you can't seem to turn them off. That's Vata dosha at work. Now I will talk about Pitta dosha and stroll. If Pitta is too high, you might feel overheated, irritated, or you find yourself waking up in the middle of the night. So it's that uncomfortable feeling where you are tossing and turning because you just can't seem to cool down. So but here is the interesting part. It's not just your body that's affecting your sleep. In Ayurveda, your mind has also also very unique role to play, very crucial role to play. The mind has different qualities, and that's called gunas. And when it's dominated by rajas guna, which is the energy of activity and distraction, it becomes difficult to unwind at night. So it's like your mind is too busy to let you rest. So for good sleep, you need more sattva, which brings calmness and peace. So less of a rajasa, less of a vata imbalance and pitta imbalance, because they lead to more of a restlessness. I always tell my patients, think of your mind like a busy marketplace. So here is an easy way to picture it. Imagine your mind is like a crowded marketplace full of noise, people and activity. When vata and rajas are high, it's like the marketplace is in full swing, everything is moving and it's chaotic. But when kapha and tamas are balanced, it's like closing down the marketplace for the day and everything gets quiet. So that's the state you need to get into for good sleep. So now we'll be understanding what could be triggering your sleeplessness. So now let's talk about what might be throwing your sleep off balance. According to Ayurveda, certain foods and habits can aggravate vata dosha. They can aggravate your rajasa, making it harder to sleep. One example is too much caffeine. Caffeine is not just a coffee. Even tea, chocolate or certain sodas can keep your nervous system too stimulated because they vitiate your rajasa guna, they vitiate your vata dosha and pitta dosha, making it so hard to sleep. We talk about certain other triggers like alcohol and fizzy drinks. Yes, alcohol might make you feel drowsy at first, but it can actually disrupt your sleep later in the night because alcohol vitiates your vata dosha and it vitiates your rajas guna, which is responsible for insomnia. Ayurveda talk about certain food which has a dry properties, dry bioenergies. So if you're taking dry foods at the night, things like chips, crackers or even raw salad can aggravate vata dosha, making your mind restlessness and which makes it more difficult to sleep. Other crucial factor that Ayurveda talk about is unbalanced lifestyle. So if you are always on go, juggling a million things, it can be hard to switch off at night. So this can really keep vata high, vata vitiating, so making it difficult to calm your mind. There might be a lot of reasons why you can't sleep at night, but the good news is you don't have to just live like that. We have created a video with tips as per time-tested Ayurvedic principles that will definitely help you to have a better sleep as it crack down the root cause of sleeplessness. You will get the link to the video in the description box. If you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to eBlosis. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you are always updated what's coming new, what we are making new videos to make your life more better and healthy. So if you have any questions, I would like to hear from you. You can put that in the comment section. So till the time I see you in the next video, lots of love to all the beautiful souls out there. Thank you so much. See you in the next.